Hello everyone. Are you there? Can you hear me? Is everything good? I'll be actually surprised if everything is good, because it never is. But can you hear me? And I'm pretty sure the music is not too loud. If anything, it's too silent. But hell, hey, we'll see. 5x5, cool. Also, no beautiful face camera today. My brother is borrowing my camera, so I hope you can live with that. More screen real estate for blending rockets, I guess. Cool. A bit of everything. Tom from down under. We got MoonDustLisa from all over the world. Nice. Good to have you guys here. Norinokia. Dede Lintrovertis. Yeah, I nailed that. Nailed that name. Good to see you guys. Love you to have you here. I've set this little scene up, as you can see. I've prepared some... no Casper face, no. Yeah, I've set a little scene up here for preparing to model this wonderful rocket. Look at this. It's like almost normal, but then you look at it a little bit longer and then it's like, wait a minute. It's weird and curvy. I love it. What are you guys' opinion on the Neutron Rocket? And for anyone who doesn't know, Rocket Lab just announced this new rocket called Neutron, which is reusable, first stage, and also deferring, because it's connected to the first stage, and it's pretty wild. Hell yeah, Tom. See you in 15 minutes. We probably won't have gotten that very far, but we'll see. Germany, nice. All over the world. Cool, cool, cool. Good to have you guys here. Okay, so yeah, I've lined this little thing up, as you can see. Dimensions, it's called up here. It's a 40-meter tall rocket. Falcon 9 is 70 meters tall, but it's 7 meters wide. And I don't know, Falcon 9 is like 4.5 or something. So it's a thick boy, and I said that as well for the last time I modeled Neutron, but that was a completely different design. Actually, I can pull that up. Actually, we'll see. Neutron, yeah. So this here, if I can find it. This is the old design. So it's quite a bit different. This is what we modeled last time on stream. Much more conventional. The Falcon 9 legs and an amount of engines which we could not agree on, but that's in the past. Now we've got this beautiful beast. Love it. Second coolest concept ever, just after Starship. I'll have to maybe agree. I don't know. At least it's up there, and at least Starship is also up there. I mean, concept, yeah. I mean, Starship is real. Have you considered Roton? Hello, Ben. Good to have you here. Okay. Yeah. This is wild. So, as you can see, I lined it up here, 40 meters tall. I figured it's probably from the bottom of the engines, which also lines up with the bottom of the legs without the retractable part. So that last little triangle there, that's retractable into the leg part. As you can see here, for example, in this render, that's flush with the engines. So I matched that up with 40 meters from that up to the top of the nose, and then the 7 meters in diameter matches with the widest part of the rocket, as you can see here, right there. So yeah, I think we should just get started. Also, I just heard some of my neighbors boring in the wall, like just a minute before I started streaming. So we'll see if they decide to do that again soon. Cross our fingers. All right. But how are you guys doing? Chat while I start modeling here. I think it's actually fun. We can look at this wireframe up here. That's the actual model wireframe that someone made for Rocket Lab, or maybe internally in Rocket Lab. So you could draw some inspiration from that. We can see the. Okay, interesting. We need a belly flopping neutron style rocket with an aerospike and rotors one day. That's wild. Wild concept. I like it. There was some rumors, speculation, maybe it's just some hopeful speculation, I guess, that Neutron might have an aerospike. Why is this not lined up all of a sudden? What did I do? Yeah, that would have been cool though. But aerospikes are just, yeah, I don't know. If you saw the Everyday Astronaut video on aerospikes, you might have gotten a different opinion. I mean, the concept is so cool, but this is a difficult curve. How do we do this? Does this look right? Yeah, that's about right. Aerospikes are cool. They're just so difficult. Like, just thermally. Like, just... If you just consider the thermals, it's difficult, but then there's everything else. A lot of different combustion chambers. Or maybe just one and then a lot of nozzles. I don't know. That's kind of a Soviet-y then. If it's just one combustion chamber and then a lot of nozzles. If you have seen the recent Everyday Astronaut video on Soviet rocket engines. Have you? Took a long time to model all those engines, I can tell you that much. That was difficult. It's a very fun challenge. But I mean, when some of them only had like a few or maybe even just one image of them, photo, or maybe just a rendering, or not even a drawing from the 70s or something. Yeah. And then it's horrible quality, of course, because it's been passed through the internet many times, or it's from some book or something. Hello, Josh. Welcome. Welcome. Good to have you here. Neutron aerospikes aren't really worth it. Yeah. But they're cool though. Yeah. Okay. Another difficult curve here. Let's just do it manually. It's hard when doing curves like this manually, making them look good. I feel like it's always better. I have found just to sort of do this and then sort of split one up, because then it becomes one continuous automatic curve made by Blender, instead of me going through and sizing each section and trying to make it look good. I think that's pretty solid. Yeah. And then this is of course the split for the fairing, but the fairing is still attached, but we'll just do a little split like this. Sharp. And we should note these small holes here. And also here, I guess. There are small thrusters, I guess. And hello, Risto. Good to have everyone here. Nice. A lot of people modeling Neutron. Lots of zooming in and out on this model. I hope you're not getting 3D modeling sick. That's the thing now. Okay. So what I really think is interesting about this rocket is that the first stage is really, really tiny. Like, a lot of the second stage is in here, in the middle of this. As you can see here, like it goes all the way down to these strakes. So it's like all the way down here. I was about to say maybe down here, but all the way down here is where the second stage goes. So all, like everything below this weird thing now is only the first stage. I mean, that's so, it seems so tiny, but it's just because it's so fat that it can hold a lot of propellant. Enough, yeah. Wild. But that's a good marker, actually. We should do a little... Wait, is that... Okay. So I guess just above the end of Neutron is where the interstage would be. It's not really an interstage, because it's just attached, but we can do a small line here, just for reference, or maybe it'll... I mean... That'll probably be some support running up the interstage. But then again, the carbon fiber is so strong. We'll see. We'll just keep that there. And we'll do a small lip on the bottom here. Just a small... Ooh, I can see something's wrong. If you ever get these bevels here that like are weirdly shaped, or like it's sort of like it scales. Instead of going like 45 degrees, it goes way taller. I don't know how to explain it. It's probably because your model is not scaled right. So as you can see here, it's like a lot of weird numbers here, but it should just be 1 all the way down. So what you have to do is like apply your scale. And now magically, this is much different. Magic, yeah. 3D modeling is a lot of that. Model already looking pretty good. Thank you, thank you. We're not very far in, but it's like we have the shape down, which is an interesting shape. Very different design than I've ever thought they would use. Yeah, totally. This was out of left field. Did not expect this. Okay, so we have the general design. Should we just... Okay, wait. How does it look below? Okay, yeah. So it does go a little bit up. But then again, we can't really... This is a very early design. We probably have to do some of our own thinking to make it more rocket-like, because... Yeah, it has this little lip that goes in. And say Starship has that like big skirt. But a lot of rockets end like... have a hard cap. And I feel like Neutron will probably have the same, since... it re-enters like Falcon 9 does, so it needs a sort of heat shield. So I don't imagine that it will actually have a skirt that goes up and then the engines, because that can catch a lot of air in there. So I'm actually going to not follow this 3D model exactly for that, I feel like. You can also see that they didn't cut out for the engine, so the nozzles, you can still see the base of the model inside of the nozzles. I'll be cutting out for some holes for the nozzles there. Not dissing the design. Oh, sorry about that. Not dissing it, just commenting on it. I also commented a lot on the last 3D model about the height and diameter not making sense with the numbers that we got. Yeah. I'm sorry. Looks like a bullet in shape. Yeah, I mean it's sort of like it reminds me of the V2 rocket, or A4. It's interesting. Now I'll call this damage. Let's just call it Neutron first stage mesh. Yeah. And then we can let's make a strake. Okay, I need to reset my cursor here. Ah, sorry for all the zooming. It is what it is when you 3D model. Okay. So these are interesting. Okay, so I don't actually want to do this. Because I want this. Okay, I can do that. Sorry, just thinking out loud here. They can do Okay, they do call it a rocket from the 2050, and I can see this being the normal generic rocket of that time. I mean, maybe the design or like the thinking behind it in general, yeah. There's never really been a generic rocket, however much people have tried with the universal rocket and something like that. But yeah, I can definitely see what you mean. Like reusable first stages will definitely be the staple of the next generation of rockets. You see European Space Agency working on it. You see a lot of Chinese companies working on it. Yeah, so it's definitely what all the next rockets are working on. And then we of course have SpaceX out here already working on the next generation, which is fully reusable. But yeah. Hollow point bullet when it breaks apart. Oh right, yeah, the fairing, yeah. I mean, it just makes sense that it looks like a bullet, right? Because it's aerodynamic. So there's definitely some thinking behind both of those. Okay, so what I'll actually do here is I'll copy this, just link copy it, and I will match, even though it's shorter, I'll match the shape to the bottom here, because I feel like the bottom is probably identical with the small legs. And if you hadn't noticed that, like, the legs on either side are longer, and then the legs on the front and back are shorter. And I suppose it's just because the legs on the sides are for aerodynamic, like gliding. It's very much like New Glenn in that way. New Glenn also has those long strakes. Same type of fins at the top too. But then they could also hide a lot of the electronics and stuff and piping in those strakes. So normally rockets have those raceways that go down the side of the rocket, but they could definitely hide those in there, and that makes sense. Just utilizing the space you're already making. Bam, 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 and yeah, okay. So let's see. This goes out here, and then yeah, this should actually be down here and a little further in, something like that. So that's the general shape on the inner side, and then we should do the outside, which is actually, so the inner side has this like diamond sort of shape, but then the outside is just one line. So we should take either of these, both of these, and just make them straight like that, and then we can bring them in nice and tight. Yeah, cool. So those are the strakes on either side, like that. Hello, Astro Bene. Welcome. Good to have you here. And Josh says the longer legs are so it has more control in one angle. Yeah, more glide capability, probably also some passive stability aligning like that. Yeah. And I mean, we'll probably see the design change a little bit. Having them be thick, and I mean, it goes into legs, so it probably has to be thick a little bit, but it also feels very aesthetically pleasing like that. So we might see some changes to make it more just pure engineering instead of being aesthetically pleasing. I mean, maybe it's Rocket Lab, so we'll see. Oh, okay, something is definitely wrong here. You see how it's lopsided? Something is wrong. I hope it's with the strake and not the shape of the cylinder. I'm gonna quickly check it if I say make a circle of this and if it changes a lot. No, it doesn't. Okay, so it's definitely with the strakes. What's going on here? Is it just the shading? Is it weird? Am I right? Yeah, it's definitely big on one side. That's so weird. Huh. What the hell? Okay, I'll just split it down the side and mirror it. That's so weird. Yeah, mirrored by this. And now it's the same. Or is it? Am I going great? Am I going? What's going on, guys? Future's first stages may also be caught, but won't belly flop. Since other companies tend to do fins and grid fins, yeah. And they may also only have aerodynamic surfaces on top. This looks weird. A lot of great points there. I mean, we'll definitely see a lot of different combinations of grid fins and strakes, and catching the rockets and landing them on pads like Rocket Lab. A lot of digs from Rocket Lab in that presentation. Like, we'll land it on a pad with no complicated catching infrastructure and like the carbon fiber demonstration. What did you guys think of the carbon fiber demonstration? I was not a huge fan of that. It was clearly a PR stunt, so it doesn't really matter, but yeah, that didn't mean anything. What's up, Mars Chronican? Me neither. This is what we got so far. A simple shape and these strakes. And of course these need to be way lower. Now that you say it. Thank you. You didn't say it, but I said it. I think this was Mark 1 version will involve assets developed. Yeah, definitely. Or maybe. I mean, we've seen Electron develop a little bit, but then you look at some other rockets and they've definitely not developed a lot. I mean, it depends on the philosophy of the company. So okay, so this needs to be a straight line. Yeah. And this needs to be a straight line. Not the best way of doing it, but I guess it works. So what we need to see if this curve matches the curve inside, and actually matches perfectly, I think. Mine is a little... No, it's actually perfect. Who would have thunk it? Nice. Okay, so this is the small strake. It looks wide, but it is that wide, isn't it? Let's rotate it. I haven't changed it. Okay, so it is the exact same. Great. Perfect. Neat. Rocket Lab. Okay, cool. So, okay, so now we have to edit these sort of together because they need to have the same structure below it here, but they're two different models. So I have to do the exact same things here. Let's see. I'll do it like this. Make it smaller. Bring this out. Oh, sorry, hit the mic there. Bring this in a little bit. Yeah, okay, that looks good. And we'll use that as the hole where the legs go up. I think we'll bring the inner part of this in. also this just a little bit. Oh, I think I accidentally brought this down. What? Okay, what's going on? I think, okay, this is... Ah, yeah, that makes sense. No problem. Doesn't need to be engineering, just 3D modeling. Oh gosh, a lot of chats. What's up? Can't wait for the... oh, I already read that. Stainless steel and aluminum will be stronger with cryogenic propellants. Yeah, exactly. So the presentation there was a little bit weird, but it was definitely just a PR thing, which it's fine. But like, if you really wanted to like measure the strength between them, you would have like a sphere, a pressurized sphere with equal pressure in each of them, and then you could like ram them with something and see how they fare. Okay. Okay. So that's our little hole for the legs. Once we make those. Neat. Okay, so I want the... okay, I don't like this. What's going on here? Okay, I think it'll go away if we just smooth these out. Okay, cool. So I wanted to show you guys something really cool. I'm not gonna do it because I played around with it a little bit, and it's difficult to get to work with a more complicated. Whoa, that was difficult to say. A more complicated shape. But look at this. Okay, so it's a really cool way to make shapes sort of look like they're the same shape or the same model, even though they're not. So if we just sort of make this little plane here, say we wanted to connect the leg to the body, and we wanted to make it look like it's not just this hard, okay, different model, but it's actually the same. What you could do, and this is so awesome, it'll take just a little bit of time just to set up, but stick with me here. We'll make this attach group. Set this to 1, set this to 0.8, set this to 0.6, 0.4, 0.2, 1, 0.8. Okay, that fits. Okay. And then you would do a shrink wrap, which basically just takes your plane here and just tries to attach it to whatever you take. So you see here, it sort of attaches it to that. Now I would want to probably, yeah, whatever, smooth it out. But here, it still doesn't look like it's a part of the rocket there. But then look at this. If you take the data transfer modifier and you set it to face corner data, custom normals, and set it to nearest face interpolated. Yeah, and then take only the attach group that you made there, and then bam. Okay, so it doesn't quite look anything special in this view. But let's just take a look at what it looks like in rendered view, say. Okay, so now you can clearly see there's a line. It's two different objects, right? But then as soon as I click this on, what? It's the same surface. What's going on? Ah, this is so cool. I mean, it clearly only applies to if in Blender, but I just think this is so cool. Like, it's clear I don't know, and you can move it around because it still has that shrink wrap modifier. But then it just looks like it's the same. Yeah, so I was thinking about doing this for the legs, but it just doesn't work out. I hope you guys like that little demonstration. Yo, Eric, what's up? I hope you liked my demonstration of coolness. Okay, so what I'm gonna do anyways, and I guess it makes sense because these are not going to be a part of the main structure. I think they're gonna be attached. So what I'll do is I'll just make a bevel modifier, set it to something low, like 0.02, and I'll match up the the edges. And what that'll create, if I just make it precise here, I'll just make a small. Yeah, I'll probably need something down the side there, like that. But we'll do that afterwards. I mean, it won't be 15 minutes spent, but we'll see. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter, and I just had to save the tweet, and then I looked it up yesterday. No, it wasn't yesterday. It was the day before, and then just had to try it out. But it has its purposes. I also did it recently for a model I can't tell you about, but it was very cool. Trust me. You'll see that soon, so don't worry about it. Okay, so now I'm just adding all these extra loops to make sure that the bevel sort of shows where it connects to the body, and it'll create this small, tiny, dark area where you can see it's sort of at this effect that it's attached to the. Maybe we'll make this bigger. That it's attached to the body and not sort of tries to be merged with it. You're famous, Eric. I mean, you are. You're Elon's little favorite modeler. What can I say? You were okay with him just sharing your image, right? I saw some people. Oh wait, I'm fucking up the. Yeah, I'm totally messing up the shape. We'll have to fix that out afterward. Because I had the curve down, but then now I'm just sort of bringing this out. Maybe I'm actually making it better. We'll see. It's definitely an interesting discussion, carbon composite versus steel. I mean, the reason Rocket Lab is going with carbon composite is obviously because they have a lot of experience with it. So it just makes sense. And they're also not going for full reusability. Or rapid for that reason. I guess rapid, but not as rapid as SpaceX, because that's just a whole other level. Hello, Wigan. Woo! Are you up already? Isn't it like very early? Glad you caught it though. Here's what we got so far. We got some legs and the basic shape down. Just working on getting the legs attached, if you might say it that way. Okay, I think we're gonna line up these with the lines there, and that will make it look neat while still low poly. And I keep this low poly because I'll probably add it to Rocket Explorer, which is a little game thing that I've been making for the past 2 years. You can get it on Steam. It's early access, so it's not finished. Also haven't been working on it for a little while, but I'll get back to it after New Year's. Don't even worry about it. But yeah, okay, cool. That's it. So now it looks like it's sort of... Okay, definitely have to work on that. But there's a little line here that shows it's... Yeah, it's a very small detail. You probably won't even be able to see it, but... I mean, the bevel itself will add to realism just by having this small highlight here that catches the light. Yeah. Already what? Eric managed to squeeze information about Elon from his renders. Yeah, definitely. I mean, we all appreciate Eric and Tim just for nagging Elon on Twitter for all the info. We love it. Love to see it. Okay, so what I definitely want to do is add a loop down the middle. It doubles our faces and vertices, whatever, but it'll be handy. Yeah, I'm not in love with that, but maybe we'll do like this. Yeah, it's a small thing. You probably won't even notice it, but hey, as long as it's not like messing up this view. I guess it isn't actually. It still has that correct shape, I think. We'll double check later. Yeah. Oh, and then I wanted to fix this thing up here. Yeah. Thank you. And probably maybe even, is it flat? I guess that's difficult to say. Oh, it has a small curve. Yeah, that makes sense. Nothing is ever completely flat. Oops. And then just bring this out just a tiny bit. Maybe I should limit. Yeah, see, it adds a bevel here, but maybe I should limit the bevel to 60 degrees. Then also limit the normals to 60 degrees. And then it looks weird, and then I probably want to mark these as sharp. Yeah. Cool. I think I like that. Okay, nobody will ever notice this, but screw it. Yeah, I think that looks dope. Sort of a curved. Yeah. Cool. No doubt, no doubt. Hello, Gabon. Y'all, I'm sorry if I mispronounce your names. I'm doing my best. Okay, a little sharp there. Actually, I think I might go back to 30 degrees. And then back to 30 degrees for this. I think it just adds that little highlight there and it just looks better, I feel like. And with this being sharp, it's, yeah. Okay, cool, I like that. Now we'll have to do sort of the same thing for this. It's smaller, so it might be faster. Oh yeah, and I probably have to add the Bevel Modifier here. Same numbers. Here. Bevel. There you go. Very nice. Is it okay for you if I use your Neutron model for my upcoming video? I sort of, I mean, what are you thinking? Like a render of it or the model itself, or because I sort of have a deal with some people that they get to use my renders and not everyone, and yeah. I'm sorry. I mean, once it's out there, you can use a render that I put on Twitter for sure. So you can definitely do that. No issue there. if that's what you were thinking. So I don't like this little phantom line it creates here. It's probably not visible, but I think it's fixable by just taking these two edges and just bringing them up a little bit. Maybe bringing this down. It sort of spreads it out a little bit. It's still there, but hey. Okay. And then we'll go through and do the same here. Bring this out. Hell yeah. So, since this is a 2050 rocket in 2020, what do you guys think rockets will actually be in 2050? Because my view, since and I've talked with, I mean, I know Tim has the same, or Everyday Astronaut has the same view on this. Is that Starship will become sort of more like a system than just a single rocket. And I feel like a lot of companies and stuff will copy that same design. But what's going on here? What's going on? What did I do here? Brought it up a little bit. And I mean, yeah. So I think Starship would be sort of a game changer in that way. But what are you guys' thoughts? Thank you so much, Zapata Lopez. Thank you. I love my job too, if I can say that in that way. But thank you so much. Yeah, that means a lot. I love it more in a way that it's like it's my job and not. I mean, I'm also proud of what I do. Yeah. It's fun. That's a weird thing to say in Denmark. We have a weird culture about saying that you're proud of the things you make. So that's sort of something you have to learn when growing up here. Good times, eh? Yeah, totally. It'll totally change everything. Starship, that is. It'll be a space taxi. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It'll definitely be sort of a system, and you also already see it with the different models or whatever you want to call it. They have tanker, the crewed version, of course, the cargo ship. Yeah. So each of them is sort of a different model of the same ship, and that's why it's sort of a system. Yeah, okay. I think that's the legs done for now, at least. I like that. And does it still match with everything we see here? Pretty much spot on, right? Yeah, neat. Very neat. And oh, does the... Right, something is definitely up here. What's going on here? What's going on? Is that the bevel messing with it? Oh. Yeah, I feel like... Not sure about that. If Starship proves to be a vital part of transportation, then other companies would take advantage of the design. So imagine all rockets be reusable and some fully. It's just, at that point, I feel like, I mean, Elon keeps saying this, and I'm even tired of hearing it, and you might be, but like saying that imagine throwing away a plane after using it. And it just totally makes sense. Like, it doesn't make sense to throw away a jetliner or something each time you use it. Even if you only throw away, say, the cockpit and not the engines and the whole body and whatever. So you only throw away a part of it. You still have to build that part again. And that, I don't know, I just feel like 2050 we'll have had a change that sort of in mentality by all the companies. I feel like that this doesn't make sense. I mean, hopefully, at least. Because it's for the better. I mean, cheaper space flight, quicker space flight. What am I doing here? Okay, yeah, I guess that's fine. Let's move on. My hope is that fusion energy will see some sort of electric propulsion for launching. I really want nuclear rockets. I mean, look at this. The Soviets built a nuclear rocket engine. That's, let me just find this. Sorry. That's so tiny. Oh, not tiny, like just a normal size compared to the one that that the US built. Where is it? Rocket engines. So it's not actually to scale. Hold on. So rocket engines are it's the 0410. 0410. Right? Or collections. 0410. Yeah. So here it is. Not to scale. But this rocket engine is so cool to me. The US built the Nerva engine, but it's just like 10 times bigger than this. It would need, that's the reason the Nerva engine would need to be flown on the Saturn V. It's just because it couldn't fly in a rocket that's not like super heavy lift. But this rocket engine is like, I don't know how big it is, but maybe like maybe this is like, I don't know, a person would reach it like up to the letters or something here. Something like that, yeah. So it's like it could fly on a normal rocket we have now. It's just so cool to me. I can't stop looking at it because it's so cool. Sorry, geeking out about. So go watch the Soviet rocket engines if you haven't seen it. The video by Everyday Astronaut. Back to the rocket. Back to Neutron. Thank you, Lisa. I am from Denmark, Mars. Chronican. Yeah, I mean there's so many concepts of going into space. We see the spin launch and stuff like that. I don't know about spin launch, man. The G-loads on that thing, and laterally and not like through the, yeah, I don't know. Hello Gabriel, this is Blender. It's a free software and it is powerful as all heck. Yeah, so good times. What are we doing now? Okay, so we did the legs. Let's just do the fins real quick. They should be pretty quick. Yeah. Just a quick shape. Bam, bam, bam. Bam. Okay, so they sit on a slant. Do I actually want to? Yeah, I probably want to match the curvature of it. So let me just align the origin here. Let's see what that curve is. Is it like 5 degrees? No. 3 degrees. And this can be flat. And this just means that if I want to animate it, I can sort of rotate it along its own axis instead of rotating along the x-axis, and it'll sort of clip into the rocket. It's hard to see. It wouldn't actually be a problem, it seems like, but it would rotate around its own axis, which is like 3 degrees above. I don't know if that makes sense actually, but screw it, it'll be easier to model. And that's a philosophy I go with a lot of the time. Are those streaks? Yeah, man. Streaks down the side. And I assume it just helps it glide better. Why? Huh. The Bevel Modifier is a mystery. Bevel. Yeah. So these get pretty sharp towards the top and bottom. And also out here. And those are some fins, man. Very simple. I probably want a bevel modifier. I can't speak. Bevel modifier. 1.05. Yeah. That works. And yeah, because we want to showcase the sort of flat sides. You can see them here as well on the shadow. It probably actually means that it's a little bit thicker. What we can do, because it has a fin on the front as well, so we can just copy this thing around, edit this bad boy. We can see that it's probably a little bit thicker, just a tiny bit. Solve those edges. Yeah. So maybe just like that. So now it'll also have shadows on the underside. Yeah, we probably also wanted to not clip into the rocket here, since it'll actually have to rotate freely. Yeah, cool. Fins. Neat. That's the base shape, I guess. We have a rocket. I tried 3ds Max 15 years ago. I wish I had some time to learn Blender. I am working with it. You're pretty good at modeling. Yeah, it's my job. I work with Blender every day, all day, every day. Yeah. And I mean, there's no harm in trying it. It's free. There are so many tutorials out there. It's almost too much. Yeah, so many resources and free projects you can go and look into, and yeah, absolutely amazing. All right. Welcome back, Tom. You can see you have the base shape down. Time to make a rocket engine. I made these to have handy. Do you guys want to see me actually model the entire engine? Because that'll take some time. And then when we plonk it in here, it'll basically only be the nozzle anyways. But we can model an engine if you want. Should we make a poll? We can make a poll. Rocket engine modeling or ask community. Nice. You get anything in the post yet? No. I've gotten my wireless charger from Tom, which is really nice. But I posted about that on Twitter. I've gotten the poster, obviously, but I haven't gotten to put that up yet. I won't say what it is in case that's not public yet. But I've gotten something. But I haven't gotten another thing, if that's what you're asking. Have to go. Thank you, Mars. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you so much. At least 2 trillion vertices. Okay, so the... Oh, for sure. For sure, weekend. No problem. Okay, so the overwhelming majority is saying yes. I guess we'll model a rocket engine. Hope you guys are up for that. Okay, cool. Cool, no doubt. Ah, yes. Let me just get my thick Christmas socks off. Modeling is is hot. Okay. So I have these ready. It's just sort of a rotation of the engine that we saw on stream. What is perplexing me a little bit is the pipes going down. It's, I don't know, it's weird to me. It's sort of like, oh, that makes sense, yeah. Okay. But then this is, So I feel like, I don't know if there's 3 or maybe one on the back side as well, if there's 4. Oh, thank God I'm not sharing the screen and only Blender. Damn. Neutron. Yeah, okay. Let's see. I'll just have to check if there's a pipe on the back side as well. I have a lot of screenshots saved from the presentation. From all the engines I've modeled, I guess it would make sense. No, I've seen a Soviet rocket engine that has 3 pipes. I mean, I can always add another one. Okay, let's just get into it. Basic nozzle shape. Let's go for it. Bam. Nozzle. Bam. Bam. Who said no? I mean, I guess it takes some time to model an engine, and maybe they just want to see me model the rocket. Who knows? But this, I mean, it's a pleasure modeling an engine here with so many images of it. Like, this is just bliss for me compared to the Soviet rocket engines video. There was not a lot of of resources for those engines, man. I know I keep going on about it, but it was just such a big part of my time spent on that. So of course I'm going to go on about it. Bam, bam. This is just the attachment method. And this will probably have something like this, just a tiny bit, and then it goes out like this. Neat. Hello, Krishna. Will be 4 engines. It has 7. 6 in a circle and 1 in the center. Or were you asking something else? Maybe the pipes. I think I'm actually doing 3 for now. So 1 going down here from the center and 2 on either side going down. Maybe 1 on the back side too makes sense for symmetry. I just can't find a screenshot of the engine where it actually shows me the backside of it. Oh yeah, here's no. Wait, yeah. Okay. Yeah, so this one shows the backside of it. You can see this is where the thing is. And there's the backside of it. Okay, so it does have 4. Easy peasy, no lemon squeezy. What was that? Yeah, here's a curve. That's what I was talking about earlier, about making a curve automatically instead of sort of trying to do it manually. That's a pretty good bell. I'll just make a throat there. This is where the gimbal attaches. And I'll just make this straight by doing this. Now it's sort of straight up and down. Cool. Okay, so that's the basic shape of the engine. Is that... Not sure about the... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. If there's anything I've learned from modeling all those Soviet engines, is that engines can look weird, and like we think this may be a little bit of weird shape, but it can definitely look like that. Some combustion chambers are long, some are very short. Some nozzles have a very like short shape. Like, I mean, some nozzles look like this. Like, what the hell? But that's just how it is. It all depends on the speed of the flow, and yeah, I mean, I suppose the tallness of this combustion chamber probably depends on how long you want to travel before it sort of goes in here and accelerates to speed of sound, and then crosses that barrier and then accelerates through here, and then obviously how much space you have in the rocket, and yeah, so many different considerations. I'm not a rocket scientist, can you tell? I wonder how many engines you've modeled in 2021. Yeah. I mean, actually a lot of them was a lot of the Soviet rocket engines were modeled in 2020. Oh. There we have my neighbor going off. Oh no. Ah, sorry about that. Neighbor, stop tearing the place down. Damn it. I'm streaming. Ah! This is horrible, I'm sorry. God damn it. Are you done? Boring? Please? Guess that's what happened when you also live in a place with like concrete walls and you have to... Yeah. It sucks. Anyways, that's the basic shape, I think. Looking very decent. So it has some sort of... Yeah, that's a connection. We'll deal with that later. So this is where the... Let's do the turbo pump. Yeah, that makes sense. So this is a good... What? The shading is so weird on these. Yeah, it's hiding behind. This is the best image of it. I wish I could crop them. Guess I'll add a new one that's a plane. Sorry, I'll just set this up real quick. Need to get this right. Uh-huh. So which was that one? What's going on here? That's weird. Oh, it's because it's the... Okay. Sorry. Working on it. Don't mind me. Okay, so I'll have to also get this to scale somewhat. I hate this being an image to plane, but that's what we'll have to deal with. Okay. And turbo pump. So it looks a lot like the Merlin turbo pump. But yeah, how many engines I've modeled in 2020? So I think I at least modeled something like 27, no, a little more than 20 at least for the Soviet rocket engines video here in the autumn. And let's see. I mean, I haven't really modeled a lot of other engines than that. I think I've actually modeled... Good question. Around, let's say closer to 30. But not quite 30 probably. High 20s. That's my guess. I know this is not completely the right angle. It's hard to get right here. Let's see. But then we also can't trust that this is completely orthographic. Yeah, it's probably not actually. I mean, That's a look that a lot of turbopumps have, or gas generators, exhausts, whatever you want to call it. And hello, Archie astronaut. Sorry for not welcoming you. I hope you feel welcome. Thank you so much. I hate that this disappears because it's an images as planes thing. Guess we can also use this as reference. Now that we're up here, it goes up into a little bit of a thingy, then it goes in. Yeah. Does it? No, it doesn't actually. Interesting. Very interesting. It's more like this. Goes in a little bit, maybe. Then up. And then it what does it do? What do? Yeah, it has a pipe that goes around it and then a pipe that goes straight into it. Yeah. Very simple. Pretty standard. Cool. And then it goes off here and into the nozzle. Probably goes up along the nozzle to cool it and then into the chamber. And then the other part goes... Yeah, how does the other part into the chamber? Is this... Is that where it enters? And then, no. Definitely enters up here. What is this pipe? Sorry, I have a... I kind of want to figure out engines now. It's a little thing I get a kick out of now. Out of the engines video. After the engines video. I can't help it. I'm sorry, guys. Alright, so that's the basic shape of it. Let's just roll with this for now. Yeah. This goes out. Let's do it from here. Yeah, and sort of. Ugh, I hate when it doesn't match up. And this is the problem with not modeling very high poly, is that if I want to take, say, every other, and then it doesn't match up, and then I would have to sort of, I don't know. I could cheat and like start it in here, choose every other, and then just ignore that it doesn't match up in there. You would never notice it. I could sort of push these in, have this neat pattern. It works all the way around except in there, but you would never notice. Really? I've done that before. Don't tell anyone. We can go normal. And I just want to make all of these sharp. I don't know if I'm gonna keep this. I don't know if it looks good, but that sort of matches what we're seeing there, right? In a low poly fashion. It actually doesn't continue down the bottom, it just sort of ends. Do I edit it or do I leave it? I can do it like this. No. Dang it, we'll just leave it. And then it has these supports that go up the side. Again, low poly version of this is just adding a cube. Goes up to here. Goes into it. Maybe a loop-de-loop. Yeah. So that's definitely the low poly version, and then that you say copy around 15 degrees. Yeah. And it looks decent enough. Especially at a distance, and yeah. And then again, this is only to model the engine. You won't actually see this when it's in the rocket. It's just to have the engine. Fun times. Fun times. Same thing over here. We have a loop here, I see. Let's make these two sharp. A little bit of a curve. It probably has a... I like to add seams every now and then when I expect that I will change the texture between these two parts. Where I I see a possible change. So this will probably be a little bit rougher. This will be a little bit more shiny. Yeah, not a huge deal. But then on the inside, I'll add a seam down the length of it. Again, this is the part where you won't see the seam the most. Add a seam probably there. One on each side here. Remove this one. There, seam. Cool. So now we have it basically unwrapped. And this, if you don't know, this is just for when we want to put textures on it. You sort of have to cut the model. Sort of imagine you have the texture on a flat piece of paper and you want to do some origami to fold it up into the shape. You have to do that in reverse to unfold the model so you can put the texture on it and then wrap it back up. If that makes sense. I think that's a pretty good explanation. I've heard that. I didn't make that explanation up myself. I've heard that. And I think it makes sense. I hope you do too. Otherwise, there's not much I can do. I'm silly. Okay, and then bring this down. I hate that. No, yeah, okay, that's fine. Not very pretty. My fellow 3D artist will be very disappointed, but I don't care. No, it's actually further down. This is also 15 degrees, it seemed like, and then the one below is 30, maybe 45 degrees. Yeah, I think it looks badass, like at a distance. Yeah. Oh shit, sorry guys. My chat for some reason did not update and I didn't see all you guys' lovely chats. No. We have Felix in here and everything. Gas generator turbo pump, yeah. It is. 30 is impressive. Yeah. Hacks. And hello Felix. Downplace is amazing. Not very pretty. It isn't, I swear. If you look at, like, if you compare this to my fellow artist, it's nothing. It's true, guys. It's just fast. It's fast modeling. This is how I'm so fast. It's by making it not pretty. Thank you, RC Astronaut. I do try. It's not like I'm not trying. Yeah. That seems good enough. I mean, this is so low quality also, so it's difficult to make out. But I've got a knack for that about now. Tim put me on a mission for that video. Okay, so 30. Oh shit. Yeah, that matches. Cool. And that's about where the pipe enters, so that's good. Everybody compliments Stanley. No, don't do it. I can't take it. Casper's. I'm not saying it's bad in like in the whole thing. Like, I'm just saying like the individual parts. Do you know what I mean? Guys, Okay. Let's get on to some pipes. Let's do some pipes. What do you think? Pipes. Team Stanley. Team Stanley. Yeah, my... Oh, guys. My dad's name is Stanley. Let's... Yeah, Team Stanley. I can get on board with that. Okay, so it goes probably perpendicular to that. Something. Let's say this is perpendicular to the rocket and this goes, or maybe not, maybe like this direction. That makes sense. Tight to the nozzle. Chad versus Stanley dumpling. Stop it, guys. I can't take it. Ah. You are too kind. And I love you. Oh. That made my evening. I'm glad I can make you guys this evening at least. That's something. Yeah, the opening is a little bit taller, but that makes sense also. So something like this, and then the ones around here will be like further down. I've seen that before. That makes sense. Okay, so we take our cursor to there, and then we'll do a curve. Guys, when I realized that I could do curves like this and not actually model the tubes and stuff in actual modeling, that was a game changer for me. For some reason, I tried to sort of model tubes like, obviously this is square, but like I tried to do this and then do it smooth and stuff. But when I realized I could just do Bezier curves like this, and they do all the things automatically, and it's beautiful. Yeah. No way I can compete with that in modeling. I want to Kougianos Stanley, it's not his best work. Yeah, please. No, it's a preliminary engine, let's call it that. I like that it's the same exact thrust vector control or the gimbal arms there. They're identical to the ones on the Rutherford engine. When I'm done with this, we can compare it to the Rutherford engine. That'll be fun. I do have a model of that. Okay, so where does this go? After a little bit of extension, it goes up. I can agree with that. Yeah. Neat. Very neat. And then up, and then get some fuel. Okay, wait, so... Okay, so the one that sits in the side is the one that has a little bit of... Oh, they both do have a little bit of a kink. Interesting. So which is which? Welcome to my struggle. This one goes out here. That's the one that's furthest from the thrust chamber. Let's see here. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. So this goes up to here. Is that... It's not 90 degrees, it's like 45 degrees from the... We'll do this. This. 45 degrees. Take it to the sensor probably. Yeah. I like it, I like it, I like it. Rockets go brrr. They do, August, they do, they really do. And also sometimes thump. If they like are launched from a tube or something. I've seen that before. Create an entire engine in 15 minutes from scratch. Man, that took too long. When you get tasked with making 90 engines, you want to do it quickly. Okay, so does that make sense? Is that how it looks? I guess it makes sense. So it has this straight part is where you can see there's some ripples here. So that's probably where the pipe bends. So this is attached to the rocket itself, and then when the engine gimbals, we can set the origin to here. When the engine gimbals like this, this is the part that sort of flexes and allows for that. Sometimes bang. Oh no, but we don't like it when it go bang. We do not like it. Sometimes they go bang on startup though, if it's like a solid rocket or something. Peter Beck goes, damn it. I might be wrong, but doesn't Neutron run on methalox? Yes, it does indeed. Methane and liquid oxygen. I was about to say oxygen. It's not wrong. It just sounds weird. Speed render is something that would take me weeks. You missed a spot. Oh, let me polish it over here. You should learn Blender. All of you. Bang bad, thump good. That'll be the exam. Okay, I'll be ready for the test later on, guys. You can test me on rocket sounds when the stream is over. We'll take this. Boom, 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 boom. Nope. Boom. 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 What do we do? What do we do? 90. So where does this actually go? So this is still the same height as this. Better study. Yeah. Studying is important. Whether you like it or not. Sometimes you really do just gotta study. It doobie like that. So this goes onto the side of it, so it actually goes closer to the engine, not like this way. Which I guess makes sense. Probably hide that. What's going on here? I'll just move these somewhere like that. Yeah, sure. Why not? Why not? Yeah, so I don't actually know, but this is what we'll go with for now. Yeah, that's not completely right. It does actually sit as low as that, and then these will have to go down. That's more correct. It doesn't give it a lot of room to gimbal. The gimbal point should actually be up here, because that's where it's attached. Okay, yeah, still give it like 5 degrees. That's fine for now. It's probably not right, but we'll see. Cool. Add oxygen to the list of weird space people words. Yeah. Along with thump and the gunsh. I guess that's strictly Joe Barnard law. The gunsh. Stop looking. You're too late. You guys, the memes. the James Webb Space Telescope launching in 17 days. Is it 17 days? Yeah, that. Oh, I'm excited for that. And very scared. How are you guys feeling about that? I kind of want to buy. There's some mirrors on IKEA that are hexagonal, and you can sort of arrange them however you like. You buy a pack of 8 or 10, I think. And I really kind of want to get just a load of those and build a little James Webb Telescope mirror on my wall. That would be kind of dope. Would it not? Yeah. So now we just made room for that. We want to make a little bit more room. To be fair, to be honest. To be dooby doo. Oops. Can't wait, Allan. Yeah. It's so excited. And it's so important. It's just so nerdy. What can I say? Flatten this, circle this, scale it down. I've done that operation so many times. Connecting pipes to a flat surface. I'm not sure if it's like the best way to do it, but it has worked for me. And I guess this is where I could do that trick I showed you guys earlier, where you sort of merge the pipe to the other shape. If you guys didn't catch that, you can scroll back in the stream later and see a very cool trick that I showed. It is very cool. I promise. You will not be misguided or misled. Not on this channel. What am I talking about? I'm just rambling. Okay, so that's a very rough like connection. Not very pretty. Don't you guys go on about again about how it's pretty, because it's really not. You cannot convince me otherwise. Mark this sharp, and then we can just do a little bit of a sort of a connection there. We can make this a seam, so we can have another color there, and there we have a connection. Beautiful. My math might be wrong. My math is always wrong. So welcome to the club. Nervously optimistic, always. Yeah. I mean specifically about the JWST launch, yes. Also just always. I'm scared it'll get damaged during launch or something. I mean, just that little thing where I hope you guys can't hear the whatever people who are vacuuming now. All my neighbors are just thinking this is the time to make noise. But yeah, that thing where it just like sort of a clamp or something was damaged, or I don't know. Scary stuff, man. My heart can't take it. And then there was also some trouble with the Ariane 5 recently. I can't remember what that was, but same shit, man. My heart can't take it. And so here we have a little bit of an attachment. We can do this. That idea with the mirrors is awesome. Guess I'll visit IKEA soon. Definitely. It's such a cool little bunch of mirrors. So this is what I did for a lot of the fuel attachment for the Soviet rocket engines videos, because I've seen a lot of the real life models of the engines that you saw in museums and stuff had these sort of connections for where the fuel goes in. So I would make one of them red, like I would make them red like this, and that would be sort of the connection Obviously won't do it on this because I'll actually just have this. Maybe I will, just for now. Let's just leave that there. Looks cool. As much as Blue Origin can be hard to get behind, I do want to see that thing launch. Hell yeah. I mean, New Glenn looks awesome. You cannot deny that. Cool. So this is the sort of the basic shape of the engine. We have fuel going in, oxygen going in. Which is which, I don't know, but you can probably figure it out if you're very clever. And now we'll have to actually enter it into the rocket engine. So there's this thing. Yeah, so first of all, if I were to improve this a bit, this connection actually has a sort of let me just in reality there's a sort of torus thing here. And then it gets smaller on the opposite side, because at that point this has sort of entered the thing, sort of like that. I've also done this a lot with the Bezier curves instead of an actual model, like what I talked about earlier, doing the pipes. Yeah, so this is a very ugly way of doing it. The connection is like this, all these jagged edges you can see here. That's probably how it looks in real life, but I'll just delete that for now. Was it a clamp? Yeah, it was sort of the attachment where it clamps to the payload adapter, I think. Oh yeah, and then Ariane 5 had a fairing issue. Yeah, a lot of things that you don't want to hear when you want such an important launch to go right. Okay, you guys want to see a really quick trick to make an engine look very good? And it's really quick and really easy. And here we go. These are my cheats. Bam, bam, bam. All sharp. Bam, sharp. Skibbity boopity boom, boom, boom. And there you go. Hey, now it looks much more real. Add some nuts and bolts. You can see they did it here, because it probably will have them. And yeah, it just looks badass. And it's so easy. I know a Blender has a built-in bolt generator, but I don't need all the threaded inserts, and I don't need it to be this like high poly. So I just do this because it's easy. Godspeed Ariane 5. Yes. Oh yes. Okay, so now we'll make this sort of donut. Donut has been spotted. Yes. I like to think Hubble is Webb's grandpa. Yeah. Good times. Okay, so this is the part where one side will be thick and one will be thin. And this, you'll see it extremely on the F1 rocket engine for the Saturn V. It has that large sort of tube, I guess. On one side it's like really big, and on the other side it's small and goes like this. And that's the same concept here. It's just a way to run fuel and spread it out throughout the engine, and then it runs down those pipes into the nozzle, up through the nozzle, cools it down, warms up the fuel, I think, that goes through it. Yeah, and then up and into the engine. Works and is quick and looks awesome. Check. Exactly. If you want to model fast, that's the way to do it. Notification gang. Welcome Sabia, Sony. If that's how you pronounce it, I'm very sorry if it's not. I do try my best. Sabia. Oh dear, further. Both the August 2020 launch and the previous Ariane launch in February 2020, the separation of the fairing induced vibrations into the payload stack, well above acceptable limits. Oh no, don't write stuff like that. I know it's true and you can look it up, but I hate it. Okay, so yeah, so this is 9 degrees offset from that, it looks like. Cool. So here will be the thickest part of it. Not that thick, but like around there. It'll go to normal and then it'll go to thin. And this will be further in. Yeah. So there we have a quick tube. I think it always looks like a snail or something. I don't know why, it just has snail vibes for me. This is fine, yeah, I don't know. I'm very stressed about it. So guys, it's my birthday on the 12th of December. Do I write Tori Bruno on Twitter? And get some ULA merch? What do you think? Is that the required thing to do on your birthday now? In space Twitter? I wouldn't mind some ULA merch. What can I say? So, Tori will deliver. I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. I'll do it then. That's a deal. The merch does look swagger as well. Swagger. That's such an old term. Ah, I'm old all of a sudden. All the Zoomers will know that I'm old, even though I'm technically also a Zoomer. Zoom zoom, am I right? Oh no. What did I do? Servos. Hello, flow. Look at my engine. It is Archimedes, or however you want to pronounce it. My birthday was one day before the Y meetup. Oh, nice. Congrats. That looks so fun. On the Rocket Ranch. Wish I could have been in there, man. Good times. Oh, that's not enough apparently. We're not Zoomers. I mean, you're also from 97, right? I'm from 98. A lot of it changes on all the different sites that you look it up. I feel like it changes which generation is which and where the cutoff is. But I don't mind being a Zoomer instead of being a millennial. I've come to terms with that. Zoomers do be zooming though, so. Archimedes. Tori, baby. Show my engine, please respond. The memes you guys put in the chat, I can't read it out loud. 89 represent. So you're the real 90s kid, Tom, because you actually grew up in the 90s. So you know all the 90s stuff. I'm technically a 90s kid, but I don't know about all the 90s stuff. Yeah, okay, so that's the inside of the engine just there. Very neat, very neat. You can see my snail goes through. Not sure about that. And we'll just cap this off. The meetup at the rocket range was epic. Yeah, it looked like it. And I could have seen the launch tower in real life. The model, I mean, of course. Moving up and down and being assembled, and so cool, so cool. Looked fun. Two right. 97. My older brother's from 97. So that's something. He's also probably not a zoomer. Whack, am I right? Yeah. Just some small tweaks to make this a little bit further out. Yeah, because I have to attach this pipe that goes down here. Let's make it an actual pipe. And one. I don't know if that's too thick. We'll see. And then it goes down probably something like Does it have a kink to it? That's the question. Okay, so it goes straight down from there. Neat. Very neat. Here I'll make a subdivision between them. So that way I can make it sort of straight there, straight, kink in, and then attachment. Neat. And then it has 4 of those. 90 degrees. Oh, that sucks actually. What is it? Displaced, or how does it? Yeah, okay, so this one just goes further out than I actually made it. I'll just attach. Yeah. I'm taking another launch tower to Boca Chica on the 15th. Nice. You're going there all the time. Someday we'll get there. Yeah. I really don't identify as Generation C. Whenever I hear C, what that generation is about, I just can't relate. I relate way more with the definition of millennials. I mean, yeah, we're sort of in the middle. Sometimes I'll have to agree with you. Other times I like not being lumped in with millennials. What can I say? Zoomers do be zooming. That's my argument. Felix is getting the first remote control tower. Nice. It's so badass. That's a great gift. I'll be down in Boca in January. I hope I can go there next year. I am slightly planning on it, but we'll see how that goes. Okay, what I want to do is actually convert this now. Convert to a mesh so I can edit it. Because this one in the middle, first of all, is a little bit too spiky for my liking. And then in between the nozzle here, we'll make a seam. Oh yeah, of course, because it changes. Ah, sheet. We'll have to do it for the furthest down that it's. Okay, wait, sorry. Just gonna do some trickery. Bring this in a little bit. Now let's see how it looks. Okay, cool. That's way more consistent. Mark seam. And mark a seam here. Yeah, checks out. We can delete all that. And then I actually probably want to, yeah, take the first, delete that as well. Bring this one up. Make a circle. Bring it to the center. I think that way it'll not enter into the nozzle. I still did it. So what if I very interesting. Yeah, so that's the. Sorry, I'm just thinking out loud here. Casper, give me a message when you plan your trip. I can give you some things you should definitely do while down there. Hell yeah, man. I will do. I will need a lot of tips and tricks. A lot of people have gone there already and learned a lot of stuff. I already know to be careful around the highway, for example, because that seems dangerous. And the beach as well. Yeah, good times. Don't forget about that vacation we will one day have. True. And also going studying abroad some next year, maybe. Abroad is maybe a big term, but not in Denmark at least. We'll see how that works out. Yeah, a lot of stuff hopefully happening. If you're in the States when Casper Stanley visits, we should do a mega meetup. We definitely should. I would love that. Or at least just to meet you guys. You don't have to. Yeah, I would love to meet a lot of you guys. Why is this not centered? Sorry, I'm just trying to chat while I'm struggling with centering this thing. What is going on? See, I don't want it to clip through the engine, but it sort of does right here, as you see. Right up here. Okay, quick fix is just making the walls a little bit thicker. Once again, quick fixes. You will see me do this all the time. I'm from Oz and hope to be able to travel internationally again soon. I'd love to visit KSC and stuff. Yeah, that's the thing. I want to visit KSC too. See the Saturn V. Go to all the museums. So many things to do. Just don't drive around with 4K, 6K cameras in your car. You'll be fine. I won't. I can promise you I won't. Sounds expensive. Especially if something happens. Imagine the first time we meet is in the US. Yeah, and we live so close to each other. Yeah. I'll go to Germany and you can come to Germany. We'll meet in the middle. And we'll invite Felix too. I would love to have you as my guide, Felix. Hell yeah. You seem like a knowledgeable guy by now about that place. So, connector. Connecting a pipe to a thing. If you're doing all the museums, you can come see the largest indoor air and space museum in the world. Definitely. Sounds baller and awesome. So many museums to see. Man. And if I want to see something close, I can always see that there's a museum in Germany that also has a Buran. That's awesome as all hell. And I want to see that. I could start there. Guys, time and money. It's a thing. Who would have thunk it? RFA, ISA, Technisches Museum, Inspire. Yeah, so many museums. Museums. Nailed that pronunciation. Nailed that pronunciation. Where's the face cam, bro? We want to see your hand and face. I talked about it in the beginning. My brother is borrowing my my camera, so no beautiful face today. Sorry. It's fun. I won't acknowledge that my models are good, but I'll say my face is beautiful. What's going on? Good times. Buran is like 2 hours away from me. Ah, damn it, that's so cool. I want to see it. It's the one with the jet engines, right? A fun anecdote on the Soviet rocket engines video. We found out like a day before releasing the video that the engine that flew on the Buran is called the RD-58, but it's really not. Well, it's not. That's the thing. It is the RD-58, but it's slightly different, and then it's called as the only version of the RD-58. It's not called RD-58 M or S or something like that. It's called by its ground number. It's called something completely different, but it's still the same engine. Ah, that whole thing. Trauma, guys. I have trauma. 60 degrees. Should I shoot you mine? Your what? Your face? Yeah. Wait, your face with the jet engines? Your weird flow. Yeah, engine whatever. Yeah. I mean, and that's just not the only thing. That was just the thing that happened very last. Things like that happened all the time throughout the entire making of that video, and yeah, good times. And I didn't even do the research. I mean, I shouldn't really complain. I just did the models. Tim and Ryan and Andrew and people who did the research, man. And Flo and Maria who had to make the articles also last minute, and yeah. So much stuff. Now, what am I actually doing here? What am I doing? Okay. That's fine for now. Yeah. These connections are one of the things that I could spend a long time on. Because they just are such weird geometry. And I'm not a very good modeler. Like just in terms of topology. So keeping the topology clean, you can see I just made a lot of triangles here and stuff, and that's technically very ugly, but watch me not care. Hoo, badass. Yep. And I'll just do these. That thumbnail is way too overkill. What do you mean? I need to make it a little bit clickbait. It's cool. 2050s rocket in 2020s? What? I'll click on that. Whoa, it's just a boring guy modeling some stuff. And some nerdy people watching him. Love that. Yeah. What can I say? The thumbnail is like, I'll send it to you, Flo. Live thumbnails. There you go. It's not that bad. It's like, it's Blender, it's got a little bit of gradient and the renders of the rocket. And then the text. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's fine. You gotta make people click. Also, guys, have you guys noticed how we have a lot of likes probably on the live stream, but no dislikes? Isn't it cool how no people dislike this video or live stream? So awesome. Love you guys. Yeah, it's not too bad, right? Just Eric being a hater. Eric. God damn it. Always keep on hating. Done. Did you dislike the video? Nice. Thank you, Flo. Appreciate it. No, but I can't see it, so it doesn't exist. That's how it works. This goes here. So I'm just like copying the whole thing that I made now around 4 times. I'm connecting the geometry. Sorry about if this is like very confusing to watch, going inside and outside the model. Merge by distance. Nice. Okay, so now we have 4 connections to the bell. Very neat, very neat. Now we need connections to the snail. Damn, that 5-head move. What? I'm confused. Peter can see it. Peter Beck sees all. Yeah, he's everywhere. Watch out, guys. What just happened? Oh, I know why it might be weird. I might have figured it out. It's because it's not straight on the z-axis. That might have been the thing. Yeah, I mean it doesn't clip now at least. Yep, sure. 5-head move, not seeing the dislikes. Therefore no dislikes exist. Oh, right. Sure. Whatever. Whatever you say, Flo. Some thumbnail is better than most movie posters. Oh, in that way overkill. I thought you meant like it's way too clickbait. Just some quick photoshopping, what can I say? What can I say? I think there's actually way too many vertices. But But hey. And I'll make this an even more lazy connection. I won't even connect it. I'll just do this. Wait, let's see how it looks here. Yeah. What I can do, this is something I also did on a few of the Soviet engines, is I made welds. So it looks pretty neat, actually. So if I take this, it's an extension that I got. So I take this model, and then I take this object, and I say weld. And I can choose the size of it, and I can choose the rotation of it. And there we go. Now we have a clean weld. And it actually looks pretty good. And then I can make this a silver sort of thing, and now it looks like it's welded on there. I think it looks pretty dang sweet. Now it does actually sometimes make too many arrays things. Now, okay, that's pretty clean actually. Sometimes it doubles them, so it cuts through itself. It just needs to be, yeah, clean, nice. And then I will actually apply all those. I might just simplify the geometry a little bit because it's so small, and connect it to this, which I can connect to this. Neat. Now I can take all this and all this and copy around another 4 times. Well, I can't. God damn it. Yeah, they be floating. You're quick with these models. Sure. But as I said, it's not high quality. Yeah. Also, it's just all the shortcuts. Sorry, it's a habit for me just to explain away compliments. I'm sorry, I'll just take it. Yes, welds. That's an ugly weld. Hey, I didn't make the weld. I just used it. It's the guy who made the... There's also some other ones. You can see there's some spot welding or whatever it's called. Line or something. Is this prettier? Or is this prettier? I can choose another one. If this one... I think it just looks cool when it goes inwards like that and that's out. I don't know. It looks good at the distance, right? Yeah, okay, so I'll take this and I'll bring it up to here, I guess. Yeah, so it's completely different. Okay, so what I'll actually do, instead of applying the weld, I think I don't know how much I can go back now. Okay, well that's fine. I'll do the decimation, yeah. But then I can still bring this around and then do some new welds individually. They're all pretty. 4th one looks good. Okay, so this one is prettier. We can always choose another weld. No big deal. That's what I like about the add-on as well. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty. I think I used this weld on the A4 rocket engine as well. You're right, it is. It is pretty. Great minds. And then what I'll do is I'll copy this. Nope. I want the 3D cursor. And then I'll bring this up here. And I can create a new weld for this. And I'll use this weld as well. This weld as well. Decimate 0.5. Apply. I'll use this one. Oh, you can see right now it did that error that I talked about. So you can see it sort of extended it too far. So what I really only want is 11 and not 12. Yeah. Oh, not bevel. Decimate 0.5. And then the same one on the other side should be correct. Nice. Same with this one. And then one at the end here. Ah, so this is where the tube actually gets too small. Interesting. That should do. Not too shabby. And then weld. Oh. Yeah, neat. I like that. And let's decimate this one. Just because it does create a lot of things. And then we'll have to sort of individually tweak these so they match, because they only match on the first one. What can you say? What computer are you using? I am using a custom built desktop, so it has a Core i5 6600K, a sort of old Intel processor. It has a 1070 GTX 1070, and then 32 gigs of RAM. I just upgraded. Yeah, those are the basic components. The other one didn't look like it would pass check, right? I don't know much about weld. I've welded a few times, or like a couple times maybe even, just. That's it. So, don't know much about welding. Splitting hairs with welds. I'm about to start painting ASARs while it's modeling. Nice. All out here being creative. Good times. So you'll see these are linked right now. So if I start to edit this one, they'll all change. I don't want that, so I'll have to make this one a single user, as it's called. Object and data. And now it's individual. But it is the same as the one on the other side, so we'll just Alt D and copy it around. So now they're the same, those two. And that I can work with. So I'll just bring it up to here. Rotate it 26 degrees. And 0.002. Okay, I'll just delete this one and copy it again. Now I've rotated it 26 degrees, so if I just do this, that should be almost the same as the other ones. Nice. And then I can just get this one back in here. And that should be basically identical, except it's further up, which is very neat. And now I can copy this one around. Cool. And then the last one also has to be a single user. And totally different from all the others. Make me grind it off and start again. So much weld talk. That's great. Yeah, it's a decent PC. It works for me, at least. Especially with the upgraded 32 gigs of RAM. I had 8 for a long time since I built it, and then 2 years ago I upgraded to 16, but that just did not work for me. I think there was something wrong with the RAM, or maybe the compatibility with the board I have or something. Yeah, so that sucked. So upgraded to 32, and it's just been wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Cool. Cool. Okay, so now we have pipes individually attached. I don't think I did the things on this one. Nope. Decimate. 0.5. Apply. Yeah. So I'll keep these because they're all the same, just rotated, except for this one. But I'll take all the welds and I'll actually attach them to this one. Join. So now they're the same mesh. Neat. Very neat. Hello, Cybertron. Welcome. Good to have you here. Alright, so we're looking at the Archimedes Engine. We've done some pipes and some tubes and some nozzles. What are we looking at? Nozzle might be a little too short. No, because there's some perspective on this, and yeah, it's sort of viewed like this, and it looks longer. Yeah, trust me on that one. Yeah. Details. Alright, obviously this one needs to connect to something, so something goes up here, and then into the turbo pump around the middle of it. Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, I completely messed up. Interesting. Yeah. Didn't I? Yeah, totally. Wait, what? Okay, cool. I totally missed. Oh, sorry. I totally missed the whole section of the turbo pump. Yeah, because they look very much alike, and probably in the one image that I used as a reference, they. Oh, what? That's weird. Okay, so what I'm talking about is, so this pipe that goes up from the snadle that I'm calling it, it connects to the middle above these holes that I made, right? So it connects above them, and then the pipe where the fuel or oxygen flows in is connected to here, above that, just below where the other pipe enters. So there's a whole section there, and it's way taller than I think that I made it. So there's those the holes that I talked about, but then I attached that pipe here instead. It should be like up here. Yeah. I don't understand why this looks so different. Maybe I'm just missing. Yeah. No, but because it enters here. Guys, can you help me? What's going on? Hello, Shiversoft. Nice. Good to have you guys here. You see my Archimedes Engine and my little Neutron Rocket there in the background. Okay. So I need to figure this out. This one goes up and it enters here. But what is this section? Why is it different? Is it two different models? I mean, it also has a different background. It's like brighter. It's a different section of the video that I took it from. But maybe I'm just blind. Like, what's going on? Maybe this is a different pipe, and this one from the back actually does enter over here. So, okay, guys, I need to look through all the photos that I have of it. Are not photos. That'd be wild. Just images or renders. Mm-hmm. Need to fit another pipe above that other. I feel like it's really hard to see. What's that? Sorry, I'm just thinking here. Or looking. Very I can't get it to fit. It's like it's the same model, but it's just slightly different. Just from the perspective I'm seeing it at. That's so weird. You make it look so easy. I wish I could work on freeforms like you. It's just a lot of practice. Oh, so you're the one that makes all the 3D mission patches. That's so cool, man. They are so cool. And you print them in different colors. Yeah. It's just, yeah, it's just a lot of practice. I mean, that's also why I can work fast. It's just a lot of shortcuts and yeah. When I learned Blender, it didn't have all the fancy UI that it has now. So it has all these different buttons here, and you can click here and turn around with this and then whatever. When I learned Blender, it did not have any of that. So I had to learn all the shortcuts. Good times. But it does help me work faster, so I actually appreciate it. Figuring out an engine. Yeah. So this is exactly like my struggle that I had with basically every single engine that I modeled for the Soviet rocket engines video. Just looking at images like this. So I'm not sharing my screen, so I'm just looking at more of the images that I showed in Blender here, these screenshots, and trying to figure out where in all heck. So yeah, so the top one here goes in and goes straight down into the bottom top of this. That's easy. But the other one, for some reason, it's in the back here. It goes down, over, down again, and then into the... Okay, we'll just drop this for now, just so we can continue. We'll make some quick thrust vector control arms. And then we can get on with modeling Neutron. Just so keep this flowing. But yeah, this is a struggle that can take a long time, just looking at pixels and trying to figure out where stuff goes. And if you can find a diagram, that helps a lot. Okay, so TVC arms are 45 degrees from this again, so they're over here, right? Yeah. So here. We're at 45 degrees. The other way. Yep. That comes very close to the... Yeah, it's way close to this pipe here. That's fine though. Wait, what is this close to the... Huh. That's just perspective probably. Yeah. Perspective is also a thing. Also a thing. I'm back. Welcome back, Felix. Nice. I'm just gonna get some water. Give me 2 seconds. Cool. Fusion 360. Maybe I must change my program. I've heard well, I know of Fusion 360. I don't know a lot about the different programs. Maya, 3ds Max, whatever. Fusion 360, isn't it more of a CAD program than like a modeling program, whatever you want to call it? So it's more like strict. That's how I view CAD. I view it as restricting. I don't know if that's a good mindset, but that's my impression of it. Because everything has to be in numbers and preciseness. And I do shit like this. Yeah. Just saying hello quickly, got to go for a while, but back soon. Hell yeah, Andy. Thanks for stopping by, and I will see you soon. Okay, so that fits the tracks. The top of the TVC arms go to the top of this, where they attach. Yep. Going like this, going like this. Bam, bam, bam. Have a cylinder. Line it to my view. What? Okay, there. Whoops. Yep, and that was that's the attachment, very roughly. I can just do a little bit of that extension. I just come from CAD side, yeah, wood technician. Therefore, it's the easiest way for me. Yeah, totally. It's not a diss of CAD. It totally makes sense when you do physical stuff like that. And I mean, and also like precise stuff when I guess SketchUp counts as a CAD program, maybe an Archimedes program. I don't know. But and yeah, and that's what Wigan uses, right? Or Dane, or for that tower, yeah. Right, some 30. So I'm just making a hole here. Boolean cut. Way too big. Fair enough. Where it can sort of attach. Yep. Can't talk much. I'm editing a video right now. So awesome, guys. You're all so creative and awesome. Totally fine. Casually just trying to reverse engineer $1 million engine. I'm not reverse engineering it per se. I'm just figuring out where the pipes go. Doesn't mean I can run the correct amount of fuel through it and all the pressures and maths. I just figure out pipes. What can I say? This parents to this. This parents to this. Yeah, and this can boolean this one. We can move both of these into boolean, and now we have some holes in them. Neat, very neat. Wie lang bist du noch in Deutschland, Felix? How long are you in Germany, Felix? Look, my German is brilliant. But yeah, good to keep it in English, then everyone can understand the conversation. We love that. Alright. So these don't go... The thickest part of them... Let's see. So they actually do have a thicker part up here. That makes sense. Go in a little bit. Then they go down to about... here. Go out a little bit. Down. And that's where the... No, that's not where the first... Okay, so yeah, and then they go in. It's almost same diameter. Down to about... Almost to about there. And that's where the first bit of the arm ends. And then... okay, I will delete this one. Good thing about this is that I can apply this one, delete this, set the origin points up here. Oh, what? And rotate it again. Yeah. That way, when I finally decide to make it move, it'll rotate about that point. Yeah, good times. Can you say the word I had asked you about before, the Danish word? What is that? I totally forget. I mean, a classic one is rød grød med fløde, which is sort of like red porridge with cream. And it's just a classic example of how Danish is just messed up. With all our soft D's and like our R sound is very rough, or whatever you want to call it, especially after G's. It's like grød, grød, rød. It's like a puking sound. I love how our language sounds like you're puking. Yeah, good times. Gotta love Danish. Yeah. The street name. Okay, so what was the street name you asked? But yeah, but that's my street name. I don't know if I want to say it out loud. But it also has an Ö, which is essentially the same as an O with the umlaut in Germany, or German, or Swedish, but not quite. More pukey. Yeah. Best language. Some EDA people and Casper too, if you got the time. Inspire, right? True. Yep. If I can. I say Danish gotta love it, but then it's ironic. You do not gotta love it. I feel sorry for you if you move here and you have to learn the language. Yep. Okay, and then we do the same thing here. We can actually probably, if we're very cheeky, just duplicate this. and connect it to this. Very cheeky. I was trying not to say that, yeah. It's true though, Flo. It is true. I'm sorry to all my fellow countrymen, but it is what it is. That's our language. Okay, so I will just have to bring this up a tiny bit, I can see. Just want to align this hole with the middle of that row, because that's where the arms attach. They're also sort of way too steep. Yep. I'll just parent this to this. To this, I can rotate these. But it's too little. Yeah, cool. So up and then down. Up and then down. Down and up. Up and then down. Yeah, because I want them to get close to the this. Yeah. So that's, oh man, 8 clips through. No. Ignore that for now. That does not exist. Don't mind it. So this is where the arms will attach. I saw it had a bit of a curve out. I can get behind that. I think the language is awesome. It's not the worst language. Wonderful thing to say about your own language. But I mean, I'll diss English too any day. English is always also messed up. It's just not the as much the pronunciation. It's just a lot of other things. I kind of have the same feeling as I have with Dutch. It sounds like I should understand it, but sometimes I just can't. Dutch is also fun. It's like a mix of. A lot of people say it's like it's English and German drunk or something. Okay, and out here, and out here, and flatten. Yep. I like that. Bring it in a little bit so it doesn't touch. Yes. So I got to go. It was super fun talking with you guys. Hell yeah, artsy astronaut. We will see you next time. Thanks for stopping by. Dutch is totally hard, yeah. English based on at least 5 languages mixed together, yeah. I can only speak 5 languages, so okay, flex. Nice, that's awesome. I've always wanted to be able to speak a lot of languages, but English is useful, so it's good that we learned that from an early age. Okay, so yeah, correct. So I remember this. I assume that just gonna have this be very similar to the Rutherford engine on the Electron. So I'll just model it as if it is. Just bring this up a little bit. So this is very much how the Rutherford engine attaches its gimbal arms. Sounds like fun to me. Yeah. Okay. 0.5, not 5, 0.5. Okay. That's a little different. 5 would be badass. I think there's a lot of people in the same situation that also only speak 0.5 of a language. So no worries about that. Cool, cool, cool. Very neat, very neat. No, actually like that. Yeah. And then all we need is a What's going on? Ah! Pain. Pure pain. I'll just delete it. Screw it. Speaking 0.5 languages is not a flex though. No, but a lot of people are in the same situation, so it's not too bad. Okay, I'll deal with that later. We'll just have to find the midpoint of these. Add a cylinder. Bam. Bam. 45 degrees. That looks about right. Yeah. And so that's what I want to line this up with. Cool. So I'll do like this. I should also grab the other one. Rotate them on their individual origins, and this is very hard to see. Line this up with this, and then push this one down until it matches this one as best as possible. Not very easy. That's good. That's fine. What I'm actually gonna end up doing is actually parenting this to this. So it doesn't really matter. Okay, fine. I make good talk, you do. What more do you need? Yeah. What more do you need? Alright, we're almost there, guys, with the engine. We'll just copy this one over. Same with this one. We'll parent these two to the engine. Then we'll parent this one to this one. Parent this one to this one. So now these don't do this. So now if we want to make it automatically sort of gimbal, we'll just do some trickery. We'll, first of all, right, because it needs to bend here. We'll ignore this for now. This turbo pump and pipes. But what we need to do is make this one object constraint track to this guy on the set. So now when this one, nope, guess not. Right, yes, it is correct. Track 2 on the set. this one. Ah, so it flipped that. That's neat. We'll just flip you 90 degrees. No problemo. We'll just also move this to this. No problemo. Cool. And then this one should track not the same part, not this one, but it should track the round one. Just because you don't want, in constraints like this in Blender, you don't want two parts tracking each other. So by parenting this one to this one, and let this, I can't speak, let this track this, and then this tracks the cylinder this is parented to, it should be better. Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. But now it should be very neat, because now it's sort of, yeah, it's not perfect, but it can sort of gimbal 5 degrees in either direction. Yeah, cool. And ignore all this. We'll take all of these, parent it to this one should be parented to this one, and we have okay, what I just noticed is there's some remnants of making the welds, which are these curves. We don't need those anymore. We'll just delete those. And we have a sort of gimbaling engine, kind of. Yeah, neat, very neat. If you had to choose, who would you rather want to meet IRL, Tim or me? There's no wrong answer. I will meet you both in Boca Chica at Mars Studio B. That's my answer. Sure. I hope to meet Tim again in January in Boca. There's some EDA people too. Tim is boring. Me's where it's at. No doubt about it. Let's just make do with boring Tim. You guys are silly. I love it. Okay. We will completely continue to ignore that. Don't worry about it. Now we have an engine. Let's call this one our engine. No, what's it called? Archimedes or something? Is that how you spell it? Archimedes. Yeah, that's correct, I think. We'll parent this to the engine as well. So now it sort of follows it, but the pipe shouldn't. But that's fine. We'll take this whole thing. Oh, right. Yeah, so we'll take this top part, make it its own part, and just say Archimedes mount. And these will be parented to this. And then what will actually rotate is this part, and then this will just stay mounted. Yeah. Cool, cool, cool. Now we can take this and move the whole engine. Yay! We can take this, move it into its own collection called First Stage Engines. And this will be under the model. All of these parts should also be under the model. And what is this? This is just an image. Cool, 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 cool. And all these strakes should be parented to this. Nice. And we can take the Archimedes engine. Scale is probably off. Just a tiny bit. Looks more like the V2 rocket now. Okay, so scale is something like this. Does that fit with? Yeah, okay, cool. One large engine, yeah. Telling me that we are people thinking that's the... Wait, what? Space beef. I have some beef with Tim anyway. Right, okay, fake beef. I like it. Love you guys. Right, I'll keep this one in the center. What is the scale of these engines actually? It's hard to see. Remove thy leg. Well, it's still in the drawing. God, I'm dumb. Yeah, it's probably something like this. Yeah, that seems correct. Okay. So we'll keep this in the center. And we'll just copy this around. Select this, duplicate it. Bam. I imagine this will be rotated. Something like this. Maybe even yeah, that makes sense to that makes sense to me. Yeah. Select hierarchy, and now we need to just have 6 of those, which is 60 degrees, right? Oh, sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is the scale off? No, there really is a lot of distance between them. Yeah. I'm back! Welcome back, artsy astronaut. No face cam today, certified toxicity. My brother is borrowing my camera. But next time, when he gets home from places. Damn, there's a whole fight in the chat between Felix and Flo. I love it. Good to see you guys fighting. Love that. Just gonna make some details. Hope you guys don't mind. And I imagine there will be what? Some sort of octaweb kind of thing. You see this on a lot of rockets. Like that, and then we'll just have a very interesting. And we'll just rotate this around. Cool. Would you look at that? And now I promise to make those holes, because as you can see here, you can still see the bottom of the rocket inside of those engines, and I do not like that. So I'll just cut some holes in the body. Don't take that sentence out of context. I'll just cut some holes in that body. Wow, nice. Nice one. The laughing burger. Burger, you better be laughing. Oh, I love you guys. So he was streaming. I thought I'd join. Hell yeah, welcome. Hope you'll enjoy. Flamey end looking good. Yeah. It's the important end and it has to be down. I've learned that much. We'll just go in and up. Yeah, that should be enough. So I'll just make this wire so we can see that this is the cutter, you might say. We'll see, this is what? Okay, yeah, 1.939 meters to the left. That means I can take this, duplicate it, copy that on the x-axis, and then I can duplicate this around. Ready to see some magic, guys? I take this, I say make it boolean, make it fast. Magic. I now have holes for the engines. You can see up in the engines. Now, I actually need to make these holes bigger because it doesn't make sense that these pipes are just going directly into the base of the rocket. There actually needs to be some space for the gimbaling, which leads me to believe that the outer engines actually need to be moved in a little bit, just because there needs to be some space for it to wiggle outwards. Look, if I wanted to gimbal just 5 degrees, it would hit there, and that doesn't make sense. So we need to make the hole a little bit bigger. Hello Nils, welcome. We are making the Neutron Rocket, and I just finished modeling the whole engine, so we only see the nozzle. It was totally worth it. But inside here there are actual engines. So that's cool, I guess. We can take all these, parent it to the first stage. So now if I move the first stage around, we have a whole rocket. Yeah, boy. Cool. Okay, so bigger holes. Yeah, on it. I imagine it'll be something like this, which you can see would need to... Oh no! My neighbors are boring holes in the wall again. Damn it. I hate it. Stop it, please. 0.76. 0.17. Sorry. No. 0.16. 0.16 looks good. Okay. So take all of these. No, just take this one actually. No, just take this one actually. 0.16. And delete all the other ones. This is something you have to go through a little bit sometimes. Select them all, at least with my workflow. And same for these. Take these two, delete all the others, and 60 degrees around. Okay, cool. So now we actually have space for the engines to gimbal a little bit. Let's see if it fits 5 degrees. Not quite. Okay. 2.5 at least? Barely. Okay. That's good enough for now at least. And then most likely, we see this with Falcon 9 as well. There'll be a sort of connector that connects this, because it just looks like this on the engine itself, and then there'll be some there's some sort of connection that connects this down to a hole in the bottom here, where it can actually exit. Yeah. Yeah. Good. On a completely other topic, do you think you've learned to understand Soviet engines better now that you've modeled 90 plus engines? I understand engines in general better, I feel like. So I can make some assumptions on where things connect and such. Before modeling all those, I didn't understand gimbaling mechanisms, how they work. I didn't understand like pipes and turbo pumps and stuff. I didn't understand a lot of things. But then more so also just, oh, this is ugly. What the hell is going on here? Guess I'll have to fix that at some point. Yay, good times. Wait, I can actually just delete those, can I? Can't I? I think I can. Yeah. Cool, we good. We good, fam. But the engines are all... yeah, it's a problem on all of them. Damn it. But yeah, also just modeling each one. Like the connectors. This is the exact same workflow I've used to make a lot of the connectors on all of them, so... And same with the welds there and such. So, I don't know. It helped with modeling as well as understanding. But that makes sense. Cool. Now we need a sort of boot. Yes. So the thing that makes the allows the rocket to gimbal while still being sort of attached or whatever. The small piece of cloth or protection, heat protection, that's soft, that allows the engine to gimbal in here. Do you know what I mean? It's called a boot. Yes. That's all I know. It's called a boot. And I'm not I'm not saying about in Canadian. I'm saying one of those you wear on your feet normally. Yeah. Sorry, Canadians. Sorry. Damn it, I'm not trying to be insensitive. It's funny though. Will soot make it harder for rapid reusability? Yes. So when you have an RP1 rocket engine, such as the Merlin engine on the Falcon 9, that creates a lot of soot and stuff, not only when it comes out of the engine, but also inside of the engine. So they have to be cleaned between every use. So that's one of the reasons why Methalox or methane is a much better fuel for reusable rocket engines, because it just burns a lot cleaner. So that's why they've chosen it for this, probably. That's why they've chosen it for the Raptor engine. Yeah. Well, along with the other benefits of being able to make it on Mars, but that's not a consideration for Neutron, obviously. But yeah, it burns a lot cleaner. There's no soot. Yeah. Is it called a boot, or is just SpaceX calling it that? I feel like it's called a boot in general. Not sure I learned it from SpaceX. Yeah. But I'm not sure. Could be just a SpaceX term. Back again. Welcome back, Andy. Good to have you here. We're making boots. Yeah, so I'll just start with something simple like that. I'll take the point where this pipe enters and just drag that up a bit. Maybe I'll add a subdivision. Yeah, so that's just a way to see that it sort of pushes up through that. I don't know. not very visible, but it's just a small indicator that sort of attached there, but not a big, I don't know. Do you know what I mean? And I'm doing it individually because it doesn't. It actually helps us. There's a little bit of randomness in it because it's sort of meant to be soft and sort of just hang down a little bit. Some places maybe go up. It's made of some soft protection material, so it doesn't hurt that there's a little bit of randomness, some bumps and stuff. Yeah, good times. And then we'll just copy this. Say, how much is this to the left again now? Like that. Like that. 60 degrees. Cool. And now each engine... Oh, right, yeah. So each of them have rotated 45 degrees, I think. Yeah. And now each engine sits in place with a boot. Good times. It's much cheaper too. Okay, so that's also a factor, yeah. Because it's just methane, it's a natural gas, sort of. Yeah, good point. Neutron to Mars. You can send a payload on Neutron to Mars. You just can't send Neutron itself to Mars. Yeah. Boot is the correct term for all kinds of rubber protection covers over mechanisms that require freedom of movement. Okay, cool. So it's not even just for rockets, it's just a general term. Neat. Okay. So, do you guys want to see an extra cool trick? So if I want to make these engines gimbal like this, you can see right now that the boot doesn't follow with it. But you can actually make that happen. It's not a perfect method, and I haven't done it in a little while, but you can actually make a trick. I'll just show it to you anyway. I don't care. So it's sort of like similar to the other thing, but wait, I actually have an idea. Okay, let's just try this. Weight 100%. Weight 80. Weight 60. Weight 40. So this is not what I was just talking about. This is just me testing something. Live experiments. Okay, cool. Shrink wrap. Only for the vertex group. And okay, interesting. So now if I gimbal this engine. Okay. So it doesn't fully work on the side that it gimbals to. You can see it just cuts through a little bit here, but it does work on the other side. So that follows it. It's probably easier if I have some texture on it, so I'll just make it quick. Just add some brake texture to it. Why not? That looks great. Yeah, but you can see now that when I gimbal it. So first of all, the top part doesn't work. That's fine. But you can see over here, this part follows it. But on the other, when the side it gimbals to sort of cuts through. That's probably just a question of this being 100% too, and then this being probably 75 or something. Yeah. So almost. Stand by, idea in process. I've pricked the rocket. No. What have I done? What is this? Do I have a boot texture already in here? I don't. Cloth. No. Green paint, low saturation. Interesting. I wonder where all these colors come from. I can't remember what I imported that has all these colors. But it's good, I guess. I can just take a metal rough, add to this engine. It looks fine, I guess. We'll color it later. Maybe some other time. I feel like I've been streaming for a long time now. I don't know. How are you guys feeling? Should we make a texture? We'll just make some feet, actually. We haven't made the feet. That's only fair. Then we can play around with those as well. That's fun. Fun times. What's the angle here? 6 degrees. I want to get the angle right here because, again, if I want to animate this part, it should go. You can see now that it sort of follows that. Instead of going straight up, it sort of follows that 6 degrees curve. Yeah, good times. So how are you guys feeling? Bricks would handle the heat at least. I don't know, would they? Can you trust bricks? Time to print it. No, I don't feel like this would print very good. So I'm just giving some more room to the leg here. Yeah. So it can actually fit with the width it has in the render here. Yeah. And then when it goes up, oh right, of course, yeah. So the bottom part of the leg should be only this wide. Nice. So that's the correct shape of the leg. And then it goes up and hides in there. And then it probably wait, what? Yeah, cool. Does something like this. Still can't completely go up. Sure. No doubt. Cool. We have a leg though. We can add a quick bevel modifier to it. We love that. And add that to the leg. Oh no, sorry. I will just want to set the origin up here. Okay, what the hell? How did I not notice that? We'll just fix that later. What? Nah, oh no. What is going on? Yeah, I totally messed that up. Interesting. Guess that's fixed. Now we have some legs. Awesome dynamic static legs. Yeah. star bricks can finally handle it. They definitely handle it. Yeah. Yeah, we had a great discussion in our little Discord. If these legs are truly static or if they are dynamic. I believe they're static, and these parts are just sort of the feet and or let's say shock absorbers or whatever. Not part of the leg itself. Consideration, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, and then the leg part itself is static compared to Falcon 9, where it goes like this. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Daniel? You just finished your essay, nice. And you just came in time to see my finished-ish model. Maybe. Yeah. And you can see my engines in here. Because we made the engines. Because why not? And there are totally some wrong things about them, but don't worry about it. We only see the nozzle anyway. Yeah. So that's the... Oh, I can see I definitely got some geometry wrong. Oh, sorry about that. Knocked the microphone. Okay, so the legs are definitely too narrow. Good to know. Get out of my way. Yeah. Okay, so I want to... Oh, that's not pretty. Yeah, okay, cool. It just seems so so thin right here then. I don't know about it. I don't know. But that should be enough to make it wide enough, maybe? Not quite. I can make the feet wide enough at least. That helps a bit. They have to be straight though. Like that. Oh, not even. Yeah, like that. Because otherwise they'll just clip through here. I guess I can... This is so interesting. Interesting geometry. I don't know. Just guess my way. That's fine. We'll do this for now. I know it doesn't fit completely with that, but yeah. I'm good. I like the intense clicking of shortcuts. Oh, you guys can hear that? You can hear all my taps and clicking. Yeah. It is what it is. That's how you model. And I mean, I have my mic on an arm, but I don't really have a pop filter or anything, and my keyboard is quite loud. So, I don't know. Sorry. Yes, correct. Thank you. I said at the beginning I needed to remember these guys. Thank you. So where are they located? Down by the bottom, and there's also some at the top. Right between the fins. Cool. Nice. I think we'll just make one generic port and we can copy that all over the place. That'll be my thing. Yeah, cool. I think it doesn't fit because the renders weren't made from actual CAD models. Yeah, you can... But then again, mine isn't either, so it's just a question of I haven't lined my non-CAD model up with their non-CAD model. I mean, it's definitely a 3D model, as you can see, but it just, you know, right, it doesn't like fit completely there. Yeah. So I mean, it won't look completely like that anyways. It's just about some artistic impressionism, whatever you want to call it. So you can also see that the feet definitely clips through. They are this tall, but if they go up through the leg like this, all the way down here, it'll definitely, I mean, come very close at least to the body of the rocket. Yeah. So it might be possible, but it's very close. Okay, RCS port. How wide are you? Quite wide, quite tall, actually. Something like that. Then you have 2 ports. I will actually just make you... No, what? I'll just do this. A lot of considerations. Do I make it like... Oops, sorry. Part of the geometry? I could make them like this. Subdivide these. Make them circles. Scale them each. And, you know, make them like that. But I don't think that's going to be very clean. Obviously higher quality, but I think I'm just gonna make them as cylinders. Yeah, I think that's gonna look better. And then I'll just finish this one, yeah. It's very simple, low geometry. It's not a very big part of the rocket. How does it look again? Okay, much taller. Touché. Okay, bye Tom. It is late for you, so yeah, that's fine. Good night. Also, bye Flo. Will this make it into Rocket Explorer before the final design is revealed flown? Probably, yeah. I have some other rockets in there that are not that haven't flown. I mean, I had the Firefly Alpha in there before it was flown. I had, yeah, so definitely I'll put this in ASAP, which is probably after after New Year's, probably is when I'll start working on Rocket Explorer again. Okay, cool. So there's our little RCS port. I think the hole is a little bit too big. It's a very simple little thing, but then it can look very wrong. Okay, when I have finished this, I think I'll end the stream, and then we can... Maybe we can texture it tomorrow or something. I hope that's fine with you guys. If you want to see that, I could also just texture it by myself and then post it on Twitter and everything. What do you guys think? I was saying bye to our mates in chat. Okay, well, fair enough. I am good with you staying here, but it won't be for long because I do also need to tune out myself. Okay, so but this goes at the top of the just to the top of the fins. Like this. Yeah, cool. So those are our small RCS ports. We'll just grab those and grab the ones at the bottom and make sure they are parented to our body. Yeah. Oh, I can see a lot of stuff is outside of the model. Here. And also these, the boots are not parented to the model. We don't want that. Cool. All right. That's our Neutron for now. There are still many improvements you could make to the model, of course. And there is texturing to be done. But it can fly with the legs extended. So I feel like, yeah, it'll launch with the legs retracted like this. That's also what I based the height on it height of it on. Yeah, so it'll launch like this with the legs retracted. Hell yeah. Cool. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. Yeah. That's all I can say. Already sent you a message on Twitter. Cool. Or not me, maybe. We'll see. Okay, I will try to texture it tomorrow. We'll see. I should note that I am coming up on some final projects or like semester finals in school. So we'll be working on that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this stream and saw me model this incredible, very cool, weirdly shaped rocket. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and I will maybe be texturing tomorrow. Follow me on Twitter so you can see that, or maybe join my Discord. There'll be a secret link to that somewhere. I should probably just share it in chat, to be fair. Invite people. Let's see. Invite link. Yeah, here's an invite link. Join my Discord. We have fun. It's a very chill Discord, so be chill. Yeah, and that's it. I'll let you know if I stream tomorrow. I will ping everyone. Don't worry about it. Hey, David, you can always watch the stream again if you want to see any specific part. You can always scroll through the stream. Once I've ended the stream here, it will be public, so don't worry about that. Cool. Okay, I should end this now. Love you guys. I will see you soon.